And it starts now. Go, Adam!
These old bones can still move around a little bit.
I'm Shivani Davé. Some of you may know me as a Division I tennis player, or some of you may know me as a stand-up comedian. But let's be honest, most of you do not know me at all. That's why I'm bringing my more well-known comedian friends, ask them some tough questions, test their tennis skills, but of course, talk some shit. This is Smackin' Balls, Talkin' Smack. Adam Mamawala is a stand-up comedian, actor, and podcaster who has been on Comedy Central, MTV, BET, and SiriusXM. His comedy albums, Statistically More Relatable and One for the Good Ones, debuted at #1 on iTunes. You can catch Adam this year touring with Dane Cook or headlining on his own tour all over the country. Adam Mamawala, welcome
Shivani.
to Smackin' Balls, Talkin' Smack.
I'm honored.
Thank you for being here. I'm super excited because when we first met, which was Rodney's Comedy Club?
I believe so. It sounds
Yes. I met you, I think we saw each other's sets. We're like, wait, you're Indian? I'm Indian?
A lot of stuff about being Indian and tennis.
Yes, and then tennis,
yeah.
and I was like, wow, we have a lot in common, okay? And then we were like, started talking about we got a hit.
Yes.
So this is a long time coming.
Yes.
And it's perfect timing, so this is amazing. So I do want to hear in a little more detail, what is your tennis experience going back to being a kid?
So I started too late in life. I was like a basketball kid, and then I started playing tennis in middle school, which is way too late to start playing. The best that I ever got, I played varsity in high school. We had a pretty solid team. And then I tried to walk on at my college, the College of New Jersey, which was a D3 school, but like pretty high level D3. Yeah. Did not succeed. So then I ended up running the club team. So we still traveled and like played other schools and did tournaments and stuff. It's basically like JV level for college. I didn't have to wake up at 5 a.m. and I got to drink after my matches and have a good time.
Oh, the best. I had a 48-hour rule in college. Did you have that?
No, what is that?
48 hours prior to matches,
Okay.
no partying, no drinking. Sometimes they even
Wow.
put us up in a hotel on home matches.
Wow, okay. Yeah, no, that was none of that with club tennis. Club tennis was a 48-minute rule where we had to drink within 48 minutes of playing
There
a match.
it is.
Yeah.
I want to hear more about, because I think you, correct me if I'm wrong, you also coached, right?
Yes.
Okay.
For many years, that was like my side hustle, starting out in comedy, and even like in high school and stuff, I would teach in the summers, and then picked it up again during COVID. So I've taught a lot. Yeah.
Okay, that's good because I want to hear about your coaching style.
Okay.
I want you to show me some stretches.
Yes.
Let's talk about it and make sure you don't tear anything today.
Yes, that's important.
Adam, you're the coach.
Yeah.
What's your favorite stretch before stand-up or tennis?
All right. So one thing I like to do is it's a hamstring stretch.
Okay.
It's like hamstring scoops. You ever done this? So you
let's
put
see.
one leg forward and then you like kind of scoop underneath and up to the sky.
That
So just kind of like
hurts.
walk it out that way.
Okay,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's good.
Okay, so this is great. I love this stretch. I haven't done it in a while, but let's do it. If someone,
huge.
you're a coach, describe your coaching style, what would they say?
I think they would probably have good things to say. It would depend on the kid because with some kids I was pretty strict and with others not as much. But my big thing was always effort. Like, I don't care if you're the worst player in the world. If you try, I'm not going to get mad at you. But I think I would get the most frustrated with the kids who were incredibly naturally gifted and just didn't care about anything. I did have a kid pee himself on the court though one time.
Huh.
Yeah.
What did you do about that?
I thought quickly and I went and got a watering thing for a plant and I filled it with water and I cleaned off the court.
Wow.
Then we went back
You
to
didn't
playing.
embarrass him. Okay, we'll jog back and I'll show you. I'll stretch it.
Well, to be clear, this kid was like 4. He wasn't like in high school.
Do you feel loose?
I feel great.
All right, I think we should smack some balls.
Let's do it.
Let's
That's
do
the
this.
point.
Adam, who is your favorite tennis player growing up? Like, who did you look up to?
I was a big Sampras guy in the 90s. I always liked him over Agassi. And then I was a Fed guy. I liked Serena a lot. You know who I used to like a lot? This is a deep cut for the tennis fans. Justine Henin was like my all-time favorite. She's so pesky.
She's so good. She's moved really well on the court.
Yeah.
Amazing. Tell me a little bit about Chicago. I love that city.
It's the best.
Went to college in Illinois.
Well, very different part of Illinois than Chicago.
Very different. I said Illinois, not Chicago.
Yeah.
Tell me about Chicago. Tell me about growing up there.
So I was born in Aurora, Illinois, which is the setting of Wayne's World for anybody who's old enough to know what that is.
Yeah.
It's a suburb, like a western suburb of Chicago. So I was there till I was there till I was like 10, and then we moved to New Jersey. So all my mom's family pretty much is in Wisconsin and Illinois. So I've got a lot of like roots out there. And I'm a huge Chicago sports fan, so that's kind of my big tie to the city.
So that's the Bears, that's the Bulls.
That's the Bears, the Bulls, and the Cubs. I don't follow hockey, so I'm not really a Blackhawks guy.
Good, I like your loyalty.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
it's mostly been terrible, but it did pay off eventually, at least for the Cubs. Like, you know what it's like growing up in Massachusetts. Like when the Red Sox finally won, it was the biggest thing in the world.
Your mom's from Wisconsin, so she's Caucasian?
Yep.
And then your dad is from India.
Exactly, yeah.
So that's super interesting because I grew up first generation Indian.
Yeah.
Both parents are Indian. I already found that difficult to assimilate into. I can't imagine for you how you felt, like which way do you go? How was growing up being half Indian, half white?
Well, I've always said like being biracial is this interesting thing where like you kind of fit in everywhere and nowhere at the same time.
Yeah.
So you're rarely in a room full of a bunch of people who are all like you. But we had like an Indian community in Illinois. So we would go to like Indian get-togethers. I didn't grow up speaking Hindi or any other languages because it just wasn't spoken in the house. So my name is actually Adam, like that's the kind of Indian version of Adam. So that's what my family calls me. But because it was Adam, it was easy enough to be like, yeah, just think that I'm whatever you want to think. I don't really care.
So is Mamawala Gujarati?
So it's a Bori last name, which is like, you know, a sect of Islam. But you will see a lot of Wallas in that part of the world. Usually people associate it with like the guy who sells something. So like the chai walla is the guy who sells tea. In my case, apparently, I come from a long line of maternal uncles.
Yeah.
Mama means maternal uncle, so one who has many maternal uncles is.
Do you mind share? I think I saw you do it on stage, the Mamawala Kamala thing.
Oh, just that if Kamala Harris had my last name, it would be chaotic.
Yeah.
Kamala Mamawala.
Yeah. So you have a deep connection to Kamala.
Oh yeah.
So that's
I don't know how much of a shelf life that that joke has, but I'll write it out.
I have an older brother, 7 years older. We talk a lot about assimilating and kind of having identity crisis growing up in a very white town. You and your sister, you guys are closer in age. Maybe you guys had similar experiences?
Yeah, absolutely. And we talked about it a lot. And I think, you know, in New Jersey, there were a lot more Indian people. So we kind of got exposed to more of that. In Illinois, you really had to like seek them out. In our town, there weren't a lot of Indian people. But I think she feels the way I do also, which is like that kind of trying to figure out where you fit in. And if I'm being honest, like I have found Indian people to be more like gatekeepery than white people, which I don't love. Like very cliquey in that way. Or like, oh, you're not really Indian because you don't speak the language or you don't look Indian enough or whatever it is.
That's a very interesting take, and I think there's probably people who agree with you.
Yeah.
On that. Did you just break a string? No.
I don't think so.
My grandma, she used to yell at me when I go visit her in India.
Yeah.
And my Gujarati was always so bad.
My dad speaks Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi, Urdu, and he can read Arabic and English and French.
Do you speak any other languages?
I minored in Italian for reasons that are not clear. And I, at a time, was like decent at it, but not so much anymore.
Did you minor in Italian because you kind of look Italian?
Well, if we're going by that logic, I should have minored in Spanish.
Yeah.
It would be much more useful.
Yeah, you do have a joke about that, right?
I do, yeah.
Yeah.
Indian dad plus German mom equals Mexican man.
I love it. That's hilarious.
But you grew up speaking Gujarati?
I did. It was in my house. To this day, I understand it very well, but if I go to India and I try to speak it, my cousins just laugh in my face.
Yeah, well,
like,
Indian people are also a big teasing community.
Yeah. But, okay, so you were saying you think maybe Indians are more gatekeepery?
Yeah, and listen, I don't want to like paint with a broad brush. There's billions of us, but in my experience, at least in college, the Indian kids were very cliquey sometimes, and it was like me not being 100% Indian seemed to be more of an issue for them than me not being 100% white seemed to be with my white friends.
That's tough. I can't imagine. Like, so who do you fit in with then? Did you feel a little lonely?
Not really. I mean, I had friends of all different types, but I've always had that kind of struggle of like my Indian identity.
Yeah, I can.
And what that
imagine.
looks like to me. And I do think language is a not insignificant part of it.
No, that is actually fair. So, did you start stand-up in college?
Yeah, I started my freshman year of college.
And what triggered that for you?
Oh yeah.
There you go.
There it is. What was the question?
What triggered starting stand-up in college for you?
It was kind of based on a recommendation from a friend of mine at the time, high school friend, who at one point observed like, hey, the way you talk about the world, it's in like a stand-up lens. And he was like, you're funny, you should write some of this stuff down and go to an open mic night and see if anybody else thinks you're funny. And kind of on a whim, I was like, yeah, sure, why not?
So did you go to Stress Factory and
Of course, yeah. I went to the Stress Factory. I will be coming up on the 20-year anniversary of the first time I did stand-up.
Really? Congratulations.
In January, yeah, thank you.
That's awesome.
You'd think I would be more successful, but...
Hey, hey, you're on Smack and Balls talking smack, so...
Exactly,
you know?
Yeah. My favorite credit yet. My junior year, I won a statewide competition in New Jersey.
Yep.
And that was a point at which I started actually being like, all right, there might be something to this. And I would start going into the city to do bringer shows and all that sort of stuff. So, and then I graduated into a financial crisis and pursued my dreams because I was going to be broke anyway. So I figured I might as well.
You talked about getting divorced, COVID hit, and you went and lived with your parents.
Yes.
And I was thinking about how that's already tough, right?
Sure.
To get divorced and then put on a global pandemic.
Yeah.
How did you get back into because you're in a really great relationship now, how did you get back into the dating scene?
Well, to be honest, and it's like a weird thing to say that I'm like grateful for the pandemic because obviously it was horrible, but I think it was a good reset for me to be like, my instinct when I was going through the divorce was to just like throw my entire being into comedy.
Yeah.
Which I think was a good distraction, but it ultimately was like probably not the healthiest way to deal with all the stuff that was going on. And I ended up meeting my current girlfriend when she saw me doing an outdoor comedy show in Central Park.
I do like your title of one of your comedy albums, and correct me if I get it wrong, but statistically relatable?
Yeah, statistically more relatable. It's not exactly the easiest name to say, which I have learned, but it is true. But I know you're married, so I hope you're part of the other half of those statistics.
Yeah, I think it's a great title. I mean, you're hitting every box, right, with who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
You're touring with Dane Cook, yeah?
I am, yeah.
Those shows look amazing.
Yeah,
so
it's pretty awesome.
Huge theaters.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. And I mean, also just to like work with a guy who was like one of the reasons I wanted to do comedy in the first place is pretty insane.
Yeah, and you did Beacon Theater like a year ago? Yeah,
Beacon was the first one I got to do with him. And then I ended up doing like 20 shows last year and probably another like 5 this year.
Wow. And so you're doing all these theaters, but then you'll obviously come back to New York City, do these intimate comedy clubs.
Yeah.
How does that feel, the difference? What do you prefer?
Well, I knew how to do clubs. I think I had to learn how to do theaters because obviously like bigger room, it just like the laughs take longer. So that's been kind of a cool thing is just seeing over the past year or so how, I mean, when I was doing the Beacon Theater, I thought I was gonna shit my pants. Like I've never been that nervous in my life.
Did you shit your pants?
I did not shit my pants.
Okay. That
but
can happen.
My girlfriend, who's like only known me during the part of my life where I like was a professional and knew what I was doing. She's like, I've never seen you like this. Wow. I was like pacing around, didn't know what to do. Because I think I recognized like, not only is it the Beacon, which is an iconic theater, I'm also opening for a guy who I looked up to so much, like growing up and starting to do comedy. And I saw it as the opportunity that it was, which is like, if this goes well, it could lead to other things, which it did. But my comfort level from that, which is like, these are the jokes I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do these exact jokes, and I'm not gonna diverge from that to then getting looser and being able to like play with the crowd and just starting, because I mean, it's a big room, so you have to treat it differently.
It's a huge deal, and that's congratulations on that, and it's so cool that he continues to bring you along.
No, he's been incredibly like kind and gracious.
Adam, you and I had a recent experience together. We were at a club. I'm not going to name the club. I'm not going to name the comic. You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I sure do.
We basically bookended a comic. I went up, and then this comic went up, and then you went up. He started talking to some women who were on a bachelorette party. Yes, they were rowdy, but that's part of the game. And he proceeded to say to them, "Shut up, you."
I believe it's a dumb C.
Yes.
Yeah.
We won't say it here, but and it really got out of hand.
He did. If there were a checklist for everything that you can do wrong when you're bombing, he like hit every check of that.
Yeah.
Like, insult the crowd, double down on it, insult the other comics, insult the person running the show, insult the club itself, like burn it all down. And then after you realize you've screwed up, try to backtrack and DM both of us and I think somebody else on the show.
If you had to be in that situation, how do you handle those kind of people who are at a bachelorette party,
if I'm
yelling
him?
Stuff? Let me be clear, when I was on stage, one of the women had narcolepsy.
Oh my God.
So she was sleeping. And so that's crazy.
Sure.
I mean, did I yell at her and call her a C word? No.
No.
I was like, you deal with your narcolepsy. And also friends, make sure she's okay. But, how would you deal with someone?
I think what you see a lot sometimes with comics is like this weird self-fulfilling prophecy where they go up with this antagonistic attitude of like, oh, you guys suck, like you're such a bad crowd. It's like, well, why are you making them think that they're a bad crowd? Like maybe there were some problems throughout the night, but if I can go up after that and have what I feel was a pretty good set that I'm not going to toot my own horn too much, but I feel like I kind of saved the show to some degree. This is someone who's got some online clout and they think that means something, but then when they're in the real world at a real comedy club and it's not going well, then their attitude is like, well, I'm better than you, so I'm going to talk down to you. But like, hey, you're up here the same way everybody else is.
Kudos to you for handling it like a gentleman.
I appreciate it.
You did great.
I'll tell you, my serve's feeling all right.
Adam Mamawala, we're at game time. Target practice. You get to smack my face, if you can. We'll see. You miss, I get to ask you a weird, silly question. If you hit it, you can ask me a silly question, or you can do butts up. For people who don't know what butts up is, it's when Adam gets a serve at my ass, and it becomes very scary. All right, so let's try it out. You ready? Let's do this, Adam.
All right, here we go.
Boom.
A little high.
Get up there. There we go. Oh, so close. All right.
All right.
Who is your favorite celebrity comedian? One person only.
Oh, man.
And it can't be Dane Cook, because we know you love him.
Yeah.
Adam loves Dane Cook. He is number one, but who after that?
I'm going to give some love to Russell Peters.
Ooh, Russell Peters.
Yeah.
And love to our people.
Yeah, because he's also like a formative dude for me.
I like that answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's the originator.
That is a good
All right, I got to hit
answer.
your face here.
Russell,
and I hope
we
the
love
context
you.
is
All right, there
understood.
you go. Let's keep going. Whoa. Get up there, you got this.
Oh.
Okay, who's your least favorite celebrity comedian?
Tony Hinchcliffe.
Tony Hinchcliffe. Hey, you didn't even hesitate. Any commentary on Tony Hinchcliffe?
I just think that he has unleashed an evil onto the world that I'm not thrilled with. And I don't like
talk.
him.
I like it.
Good roaster, not a good comedian.
All right, Russell Peters, we love you. Tony Hinchcliffe, whatever, dude.
Out on Tony, in on Russell. All right, here we go.
All right, I think you're getting closer.
Need a little more depth on these.
All right. Yeah. That's it. I'm gonna give it to you.
You're gonna count
I'm gonna give it to you. All right. I think we just got the bottom.
I nicked it.
All right. This is you got two options, Adam. You can either ask me a weird, silly question, or you can do butts up to me.
What do you want?
It's whatever you want. You're my guest.
All right, I'm gonna ask you a question, and then maybe if I hit the target again, I'll get meaner. What is worse for you? This is a negative question. What is worse? Your worst tennis loss or your worst bomb on stage?
It's a really good question because when you do have a bad set, You know what though? You look for the next one.
Sure.
And that's kind of how I think. It's like
Yeah,
go
yeah.
to the next one, and hopefully you got a couple spots in one night. Maybe
Sure,
if
yes.
you're
Yeah,
hustling
yeah,
in
yeah.
New York City, or you got another show right after. That
Right.
helps. But if you don't, it sits with you and it hurts, and they're very
Yeah.
similar feelings.
Totally.
That's a really good question.
Thanks. Hold it.
Yes! You skimmed it. You skimmed it. All right, Adam, you got it again. What do you want to do?
Let's do butts up.
Let's
Come
do
on.
butts up. Let's get this out of the way.
I won't do it too hard.
Ah!
Oh, that was not a kick serve either. I served that harder than I intended to.
Oh my God, I was genuinely nervous.
You lucked out.
All right, Adam, let's play a game.
Let's do it.
If I win, you want to do some suicides?
Fair enough.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. If I lose, I'll do some push-ups.
All right.
My arms are really skinny right now, so. And it starts now. Go, Adam! Go, 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 go! 5 seconds. Oh, I think this is gonna be tight, Adam. I think you need to pick it up a little bit. 11. Are you gonna make it?
We're gonna find out.
15, 16, 17. All right. All right, you did it. There you go. Good job.
These old bones can still move around a little bit.
Yes. All right, dude, you crushed it today. Thank you
I
for
tried.
being on Smack and Balls Talking Smack.
It was
Okay,
my
big
pleasure.
question.
Yeah.
So when this comes out, US Open will be over.
Yes.
But let's see if your predictions are correct.
Sure.
Who do you think is going to win the men's US Open, and who do you think is going to win the women's?
I mean, I think the presumptive favorite is Sinner on the men's side. I'm going to take Alcaraz over Sinner.
Alcaraz, you heard it.
So Alcaraz on the men's side.
You guys can gamble on that.
And on the women's side, let's go Sabalenka.
She's feisty. I love her.
Yeah, she's great.
Pickleball or tennis?
Tennis,
Tennis, right?
100%
Are
of
you
the
kidding
time.
me?
Here's the thing. I could talk about this for way too long, and I won't. I understand why people in their 50s and over want to play pickleball. Totally get it. But the idea that we're seeing like young athletic people starting with pickleball, try tennis, and then when you're bad at tennis, you can play pickleball. It's what I should do. But I'm glad I didn't when I was 15.
We're gonna go play on the tour.
Or that.
Well, we can sign up
qualify.
for some mixed
Yeah.
doubles.
I feel like
You
we
wanna do
practice
that?
for like a week or two.
Yeah, let's do it. I have college teammates. Have to keep my college teammates on my side.
Yeah.
They are a couple of them are on the pickleball tour.
Sure.
They're very good.
No. I've seen high level
Yeah.
pickleball and it's very impressive. It's still not tennis.
But
And it's too loud. It's so loud.
yeah, and it's okay when cute little girls are playing over there and boys.
Wow.
That they were not right now. They were playing earlier,
Look at
and
that
it
guy.
was lovely.
Oh my God. What the hell?
You know, training for pickleball. It's
Yeah. He's by himself.
it's a thing. They're
and
drills.
he's not even hitting it to the wall. He's just hitting it over the net and chasing it down.
Yeah, it's made people a little nutty.
Sure.
So, okay, good answer.
All right.
And then, what are you excited about next? What's coming up for you?
Well, I got some more tour dates coming up. So I've got some solo stuff and then some stuff with Dane Cook. So all of that is, it's on my Instagram, but it's at my website, adammamawala.com/standup. I'm sure you'll put a link where people can figure out how to spell my name.
You crushed it with the suicides, so good job.
I
Adam,
appreciate
thank
it.
you for doing this.
Thank you
This
for
was
having
so
me.
fun.